Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brandon with Restorm, and we're going to go through a roof today. It's a 3-tab shingle roof. So come with me. I mean, you can see this roof if you get in real close. You can see this roof is not in good shape. There's a lot of curling going on. If you look up this is curling. This is curling. You see shingle right there peeling up, separating. Another one right there separating. And there's a couple of reasons for that actually on this particular roof, and because of it's all a result of poor ventilation. So if you look down through this roof is actually not that old. I've seen much older roofs. This roof is probably 15 years old. It has started to degranulate. So if you see up here, we're looking at the ridge cap right now. And looking at this ridge cap, there's no way for hot air to escape the attic space. So what happens is it continually heats up that decking, heats up the roof in the hot summer. We're in South Carolina. Being so hot, that granule that's on top is being baked off. The asphalt underneath, it starts to deteriorate the adhesion of the granule. The degranulation on this roof is caused by, one of the reasons it's caused is because of how hot the attic space gets. So the attic space gets hot. If you can imagine your home in like a hot day in the summertime, you got to turn the air conditioning on, right? So the air condition is controlling the temperature under and in between the insulation barriers. When you get on a roof and you have no insulating barrier for the rafter system itself, what happens is all that heat gets collected. It's not controlled. So it's not controlled if it does not have proper ventilation. So what happens is it gets so hot that wood decking underneath these shingles, the attic space, and it gets hot, and what it does is it starts to like harden up and bake the asphalt and fiberglass matting, which creates an illusion that you have a really old roof and it's in really bad shape, which this roof is in really bad shape, and it's not just an illusion. So and it's due to poor ventilation. So if there was good ventilation on this house, then this roof would not be in the deteriorated condition that it's in, and we wouldn't see so much damage on the roof. We wouldn't see peeling like this right here. So this asphalt strip right here, I don't know if you can see this little line. You see this little chunk? That's a tar adhesion. That what happens is this shingle seals to that shingle, and that's what gives you your wind resistance. Now if you look at this piece here, if I can get it in the light correctly, right there. Okay, so if you see that right there, this tar was part of the other shingle. You can see where it's ripped off. There's fiberglass matting in there. Okay. So what has happened is the wind has blown this, or it's actually gotten underneath these little lips like this, and it rips the adhesion off, causing mat transfer. So when you have mat transfer in a wind situation, and you have the amount of shingles that we have here that are lifted up in certain areas, what you're going to get is you're going to be looking at a full roof replacement due to storm damages. As a result of poor ventilation and degranulation on this roof, evidence of things like hail damage are also much more obvious. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you, because I've marked up part of this roof. We're about to meet with the insurance adjuster, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what a storm would look like, or a hail damage would look like on a roof that's possibly the damage may be 2 or 3 years old. Upon our inspection, we discovered hail damages and wind damages to this roof, and we're going to go over to our test square on the southeast side, which is the driveway side. And we're going to get some overview here. MT stands for mat transfer. That's where the shingle did not completely separate its seal. So these, and some of them have mat transfer, some of them do not. But typically where there's mat transfer, this is what we're seeing. Okay, so that is mat right there from the shingle above. Right there. Okay, so we have mat transferred shingles, which are derived from the wind blown on them. And this is, I did the front last. This is my test 2 southeast slope. There I counted hail, 11 impacts, and I counted 12 wind affected shingles. Transferring to the western slope, which is the rear of the home. Here's an overview of my test square. This is my first test. West slope. I counted 13 shingles affected by hail, separate from the shingles that were counted for wind. And I counted 9 wind damaged shingles. Again, we have mat transfer out here where the wind has blown and what the wind does is starts peeling up.
Hey y'all, I'm Brandon and this is my new YouTube channel, Restorm. And the goal of this channel is to bring you informative videos about any kind of reconstruction after a storm. So whether it be a hailstorm and cause hail damage to your roof, siding, windows, gutters, or whether it be like a windstorm that would blow shingles off your roof, blow half your roof off, blow you maybe the construction of your roof apart. We've seen a lot of that too. But what I want to do is I want to bring you the information that you should typically see with a roofing contractor that you choose to do your work, just so that way you know you're covered. So I want to show you a lot of the inspection processes. I'm going to be bringing you information from like insurance agents and what they can do, what they're doing to help their customers in these situations. I'm going to be bringing you interviews from other industry leaders, bringing you interviews from like ABC sales, Owens Corning sales guys. We're going to be working on and just bringing you the back end story of how work and storm restoration works. So if you thought that the information in this video was relevant to you and you would like to see more, please hit the like button if you liked it. And also click that bell and the subscribe button so that way you can be notified when I post more videos. I will be bringing you a new video every week of one of the restoration projects that we're doing or one of the interviews that we happen to be working with. So again, if you have any feedback, comments, complaints, or advice, or if there's anything that you may want to know, just post them in the comments below. And what I'll do is I'll go through them and I will respond. And if there's like information that you want to know and it's something that pertains to the restoration industry, I'll make a video on it. So thank you all for your attention, and we look forward to bringing you more content and more great videos that can help you as a homeowner or even another contractor, um, understand some of the back end and some of the the processes that should be gone through for a storm restoration project. Again, y'all support is what keeps these channels going. So we're glad to have you, and looking forward to working with you some more.